What's up, everybody? It is the open season, and we are here going to do 21.1 today in the barn. We've got a couplet of wall walks and double unders. So the biggest thing that hits home to me after watching the ladies do it last night is managing the fatigue in the arms on the wall walks. The double unders are going to get tough. Probably going to have to make some breaks in there, especially for myself when I get to those ladder rounds. I'm probably not going to fly through the entire rounds of anything that's 100 plus or into the 200 rep range. But watching them on the wall walks, that's really going to where you're going to make your money in terms of not overblowing your arms, not going into extreme fatigue to the point where you're just stuck laying on the floor doing no work, okay? If you're moving a little bit slower, even in those early rounds, that's probably going to be better to maintain that slow movement all the way through the workout so you're a little bit more consistent, rather than coming out really hot, which is going to be easy to do at the front of the workout because it's a very small amount of reps. So on the first round, we only have 1 wall walk and 10 double unders, and then 3 wall walks and 30 double unders. You're gonna fly through those rounds. It's gonna be really easy to get ahead of yourself or get ahead of your pace really quick. So don't come out too hot, all right? Find a nice, consistent, steady pace that you think that you can hold for the duration of the workout. Get as far as you can in there within that 15-minute time cap. The 2 areas that we're gonna wanna focus on the most in the warm-up is obviously gonna be our lower extremity of the calf and ankle. So every kind of stretch, foam rolling, anything we can do down there to loosen up those joints and muscles is going to be really important because we're going to be doing a lot of jumping in those double unders. And the other one, since this is a new kind of movement, we're putting our belly towards the wall for the wall walk. We're going to really want to focus on loosening up our lats and our shoulders for getting good position overhead. As you're walking back towards the wall, your muscles are going to be stressed to get into that position where your hands have to touch the tape that's closest to the wall. So we want those as loose as possible, make it as easy as possible to get into that position. So I'm going to show you a couple stretches that we can focus on for those 2 movements before we do the workout. All right, super fun workout. Loved it. Big change with the wall walk, something we've never done before. It's something, if I go back to the very start of my CrossFit career, one of the first movements I was introduced to was wall walks down at the old Rogue Fitness gym when Rogue Fitness was still on Steelwood Avenue. We did a workout called Miyagi that had 50 wall walks in it. Super gnarly. It gets really slow. Managing the shoulder fatigue is pretty much everything in this workout, as well as it was back then. So tried to keep a pretty steady pace. When I got into the round of 15, really started to notice the fatigue to set in. So I came down from the wall. I would move my arms out from the tape straight out, and that would let my shoulders kind of relax a little. Rather than staying in this tensed up position here, the fatigue felt like it just kind of stayed there instead of moving my hands out. Important to note, you got to keep that standard of pulling your hands back onto the tape every time before you start the rep. Now, the other thing that I fixed halfway through the workout was when I started my wall walk rep, I would move back my hands because the whole part of the hand counts on the tape, so your fingers count too. Get just the tips of your fingers back on that tape so you can get your hands as close to the wall as possible, okay? So in those early rounds, it's not gonna matter much, but when you get into the 15 and 21, that's a lot of reps. And if you move your hands up just a couple inches over, what is that, 36 reps plus, that's a lot of extra distance you're traveling back and forth, right? On the double unders is just kind of go as fast as you can. The whole workout is pretty much the wall walks if you've got double unders taken care of. So I had to break up the set of the 110 and obviously into the, the 150 into the 210. I could pick up a little bit of time there, but I think if I did it over again, I'll probably hammer out the wall walks a little bit harder. Get those hands back when you're coming off the wall, right onto that tape and drop, okay? As soon as your hands hit that front tape, you can drop down to the ground. No sense in wasting any extra effort to make it look pretty to get to the floor. Just drop to the floor, get the rep, and get ready for your next one. Overall, super fun workout. Hope you guys have fun with it. If you have any questions, throw them down in the comments below. I'll be answering them this weekend. Hopefully I can help you get the best score possible.